Hi everybody, this is FJOJR, the OG YouTuber. What I want to talk about is about being sick, and I'm a person who doesn't get sick very often, which is, I think, which is great. I'm pretty grateful for that my immune system has held up well enough to keep me from having any sort of major sickness. Getting sick sucks. And when you're someone like me who doesn't get sick very often, when it happens, it feels like I take it a lot worse than people who get sick pretty often. Like a cold for me feels like, okay, I can't even imagine having the flu, and I haven't had the flu in a while, and right now there's currently an epidemic of the flu. So, just having the aches and pains and what have you, I mean, it just sucks when you sleep and your nose is so stuffed that it freaking hurts, it freaking hurts to breathe. Ugh. That sucks. It sucks being sick. I've never had any sort of other major illness, other than the flu. The flu is probably the worst thing I've ever gotten. As far as medical history, I broke my leg playing baseball, sliding into third base, stealing third base and sliding in, and the base did not pop off and kind of just stood there, and my leg got like this an audible crack that one could hear from all the way across the field from what I've heard of my teammates. So that was fun. Got a metal plate in my leg still because of that. I don't recommend breaking your leg. I commend those who are regularly put into positions where they can suffer serious harm like that, like a firefighter, a police officer, or a stuntman, or a hockey player, or a football player. Even in like basketball, there was that one kid, I think in Louisville, who had that freakish injury. In fact, it happened at my law school. There's a tournament called the Dean's Cup, in which the medical school will face off against the law school for supremacy over the postgraduate programs. At least the esteemed ones that, parents want to hear. Hey, I want my kid to be a doctor or a lawyer, One of the two. The cliche, which my parents have actually achieved. So, kudos. In any case, there was it's a tournament of about, I think, 5 sports. From what I've heard, by a co-worker who went to UM, they had more events than we had, but the 5 sports that were at FIU were, basketball, softball, volleyball, flag football, and soccer. Whilst UM included esports in their tournaments, which included Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers. I wish we had that at FIU, because the law school routinely gets beat by the medical school. The 3 years that I was there, let's see. I know in the first year we won, which is great. The first year we won. The second year we were tied, and this is where the story comes. The third year doesn't even matter. I don't even remember. I didn't even care about it at that point. But the second year, it was tied at 2-2. I think we had won the softball game, which I played in. We had won the softball game. We had won, I believe we won the volleyball game. I think so. We won the volleyball game. We lost the flag football game. We lost the basketball game. So it came down to soccer at the end. And I don't care about soccer. I hate soccer. I can't stand watching soccer. I don't know if I hate soccer, but I have a lot of disinterest into it. I cannot sit there and watch an entire soccer match because it bore me out of my mind. But this soccer game actually had something on the line. So, and my classmates were there, and I wanted to cheer them on, so went over and watched the game. So the game is heated. I don't think anybody scored because I don't think anyone scores in soccer, from what I've seen. But there was a big play going on, and something happened on the other side of the field, on the sideline of the medical school. One of the law school students went to get the ball. I guess something happened, and he kind of, I guess, collided a little bit with the medical school player, who slid down onto the ground. Now, let me tell you about these field conditions at that point. We were playing in a field turf field. So it is for those who don't know, it's a field that is not actual grass, natural grass. It is a surface that mimics grass, but it's not really grass. Which, it works fine. It works fine. A lot of schools are switching to that for their recreational areas, and even some of them, they have their major playing surfaces as that field because it's not as much upkeep as grass. Grass, you gotta keep it alive. It's an everyday thing. You gotta use a lot of water, all of that. Field turf is different. You don't have to do that. You just have to make sure you gotta clean it because you can get staph infections from it. Which actually happened at FIU. It actually happened during that game. For people who played on it, they actually have to clean it afterwards. Continue on with the story. The guy broke his leg. And he broke his leg to the point where the bone stuck out of his skin. It was on the side of the medical school. Now, the reason this happened was because field turf doesn't give like grass. Grass, much like the way I broke my leg, okay? Field turf just kind of stays there, while grass, if you slide into it, it will give, okay? It'll give and it'll fly off and you'll just have a patch of dirt. That's what grass does. Not this guy. They were wearing cleats. Just like I was wearing cleats when I slid into third base. And the field turf did not give. So, he basically just planted his leg and stuck it there. And the momentum that he was sliding into the ground, and because the grass did not give, his leg just kind of, the only other way that could move was to crack. And it did. And there was this audible scream. There was this gruesome noise coming from the medical student side. There was a panic ensuing. They had to call the ambulance. I'm not sure how many students remained in the medical school after that. But for those who did remain, it's obviously what they're calling was for. For those who didn't, I think they finally realized that maybe this isn't for them. Us at the law school were like, well, we're not liable. Nothing happened. We signed the waivers, which actually we had to do beforehand, which is great. But yeah, that was incredibly gruesome. And I'm glad I didn't break my leg like that. Yikes. Other than that, I had appendicitis. I thought it was a really bad stomachache, and in fact, my appendix exploded because I did not get through the pain. And apparently, that's not really good, especially because it's infected, and it could cause a lot of issues. Some people might die from it. I think Houdini died that way when he had appendicitis, and he got punched in the stomach and exploded. And I guess they didn't realize what it was until it was too late, from what I remember. So, but other than, I mean, I've had stomach viruses. I had a really good stomach. And when I say really good stomach virus, it's the kind of stomach virus that's like, it sucks because you're throwing up and you are just miserable and you don't want to eat. But after that, you get on that scale and you feel like $1,000,000 because your stomach virus is passed and you're already like 5 or more pounds less. That's one of the better feelings out there, okay? Because if you're in shape, it means, hey, I got 5 pounds that I can really party this week. And if you're overweight, you're like, hey, I just jump-started my diet program. Or I just bought myself some time. Either way, it's a fantastic feeling. So, but other than that, stomach viruses, I think I got a stomach virus when I was a kid, and it's one of the reasons I don't go to McDonald's very often. I rarely go to McDonald's. If I go to McDonald's, it might be once or twice a year, and that's only because I'm with somebody who wants to go to McDonald's. It's not because I myself want to go to McDonald's. Now, I know that what happened to me probably wasn't attributed to the McDonald's, but for some reason, my little kid mind, I correlated with it. Kind of lined up for me, like McDonald's no good, and I didn't want anything to do with their food for years. I did not want to have McDonald's. I would get Burger King, I would get Wendy's, but not McDonald's. And in hindsight, it's actually good because it's one less fast food place that I shouldn't be going to anyways. But yeah, me and my sister, we both came down with the same stomach virus. We were at McDonald's. We did not have a good time in that bathroom of the McDonald's, and we were very sick. And ever since then, I have not enjoyed McDonald's very often. In fact, I still kind of, I don't know if it's because of the food or it's just this sort of subconscious feeling that my brain just kind of triggers when I have McDonald's, but my stomach never really feels good after I eat it. But that's a good thing. That's actually a really good thing. Other than that, sickness is not really a thing. I think I've been pretty good with my health. I can do better, and I think everyone can do better for the most part, unless you're, running marathons every day. But for the most part, I'm good for my health. I think that's probably one of the better New Year's, or just one of the better things you should think about for the year. It's that for some people, for me, I want to get into better shape. But that, in turn, overall is health. Okay, health includes your dieting, your exercise, your sleeping, your mental breaks, just doing things with your hands, working, any outside influences, stress, keeping down your stress, checking your heart rate. All of it, there's so much, and that's the new thing too. That's a new obsession now with health, because there are so many things out here in the world that can track it, that can track health. I have an Apple Watch right now. This thing tracks everything I do, okay? Everything that I'm doing, sitting down, standing up, going to sleep, taking a shower, heart rate, all of that. Okay, there's all these apps on your phone or all these websites on the computer that you can find that will track anything and everything that you want to be tracked regarding your body. Okay, from your sexual history or your sicknesses, your illnesses, your calories, your bone density, your body mass, your body fat percentage, your everything is in there. How much water do you have in your body? I bought a scale I bought a scale on Amazon from a company called Rental. I don't know if they're Korean or Chinese, something. But I bought it, and it's pretty cheap. They're cheap now. These scales are cheap. These Bluetooth scales, you buy them, you set them up, you sync it to your phone, and it syncs to a lot of the apps that you have on your phone, like Health and Fitbit and MyFitnessPal, what have you. You stand on the scale, it measures, and you stand there for a little longer than normal past seeing the weight, and you'll see that it shows these little circles, and then it uploads that information to your phone. You open the app on your phone, and it says, "Oh, this is whoever." You can have multiple accounts for different people who use it, and you just add it to your schedule, to your daily checkup. And this thing measures everything that I've always wanted to be measured. And it's great. And it has graphs and charts to show you how you're doing. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I love the scale, and it helps when you see it, because I have it close to my bed, and I know it's there. I wake up in the morning, because waking up in the morning is the best time to check your weight, because you're at your lightest when you wake up. If you check it during the day or after work, whatever, you can check it, but your weight is not the same, because, so I check it, I check my weight, I get up there, and I do, and it's like an everyday thing. You stop thinking about it. It becomes routine. And that's all this health awareness and health-centric life is about. It's about making it routine. It's about it being automatic to you, a habit. Okay? There's a term in law, in evidence, about habit. And habit is not something that it's not sort of like a free will kind of thing. It's not something you're doing out of your own volition. It's something automatic in a sense. It's something that you do routinely with regards to evidence. Okay? Because there's a certain aspect of law about evidence where if you have a habit evidence, you're just showing that this person does a thing, and by virtue of them doing the same thing every day, you go to work, let's say you're trying to prove an alibi. You can prove an alibi through habit evidence. You can have someone corroborating the story of you, saying, "Hey, he gets up, he goes to work, he gets up, he takes a shower, he brushes his teeth, he eats breakfast, he eats this for breakfast. For the most part, every day, he puts these clothes on for the most part every day, or this type of clothing or style, and then he gets in his car, and he backs up, he takes the same routes every day. He turns left here, he turns right there, and then he parks in this spot or close to this spot every day, and he goes to work." Okay? And that's habit. That is a habit. Okay? That is a habit. Continue on with this. That's all health is about. That's all maintaining your health is about. Making it a habit is the hard part. Okay? That's the hardest part. Because the beginning of doing this, the start, and it's why January is such a big month for all these gyms. All these gyms and health get-togethers and little what have yous, people's initiatives to be healthier and have a better year, lose weight or maintain their cholesterol, what have you. The first month is the hardest month. It is the hardest month of all of them. Because you go to that gym and then you realize how much exercising is work. It is work. It is work. Okay? And for a lot of people, after having done their 9-to-5 job, and this is if you're single, okay? A lot of the times you're just tired. You woke up early just to drive to work. That's what, just to drive to work or take the bus or take the subway, what have you, to get to work. And then you go through work, and then you have to take another amount of time just to get out of work and get back home, or to get to the gym. And then you get to the gym, and you're tired. You are tired and exhausted, and you have just paid to go to a place where you're just going to make yourself more tired and more exhausted. For some people, they found a way to make that cathartic. They found a way to make that a relief. And that's great. But for a lot of people, that's the hard part. How do I make this enjoyable? And it's hard. Sometimes it's just never going to be enjoyable. Or it won't be enjoyable until you start seeing the results. And sometimes the results don't come very quickly because maybe you're not doing enough, or maybe your body's just hasn't adjusted yet. So the first month is hard. The first week is hard. I've always found that if you get through the first week, then you can start making it, you can start seeing the push and the change, okay? But the exercise is just the first part. It's just the first part. The first part of it. After that, it's the dieting. That's another one of the big New Year's resolutions. I'm going to eat healthier. Okay. So you work this 9-to-5 job. And let's say you have a desk job, what have you. Eating healthier is also work, because eating healthier, all of this takes preparation. It takes preparation to plan out what you're going to eat and how much you're going to eat. And when you realize how many calories certain foods that you love are, because they're really good foods, they're really tasty ones, sometimes and most of the time aren't the most calorie friendly to your body. Ask anyone who's ever gone to Chipotle. If you've gone to Chipotle, you've basically destroyed the rest of your day as far as calories. It is that hard to eat there without having to actually... This is what I used to do. I love to go to Taco Bell. Now, I know that they may not use real meat, but I just love the taste. When I lost a ton of weight, I would go to Taco Bell, but I would get the number 6, the chalupas, the 2 chalupas and the soft shell with the Diet Pepsi, okay? And I would have my breakfast, and then I would split the number 6. I would eat a chalupa and the soft shell, or 2 of the chalupas, and then eat the soft shell later. I would portion it out where that would be my lunch and my dinner. Because eating them all at once is about, I would say, close, a little over 800 to 900 calories, I think, as far as I remember. So, for anyone who's trying to lose weight around my height, you would want to eat about 1,500 calories a day. So, right then and there, you lose 900. And now you've got 600 calories left. That's not much to go on. That's if you're not exercising. If you exercise, you can earn some of that back. If you exercise for like an hour, real exercise, not just going out for a run or what have you, an hour of your heart rate up and you're sweating and you're putting in that work, then you can kind of have a good other meal. So that was the thinking that I would always have. I would plan out everything of what I was eating. I would plan it out so that I could eat what I wanted, but I couldn't eat as much as I used to want to eat of it. Okay, I would eat Chinese food, which is really all that stuff is fried, and it's not really that great for you if you're eating it a ton. But you can have it if you have the little measuring cup. And okay, this is how much rice I can only have, and this is the one spare rib that I can have, and this is the 2 or 3 pieces of sweet and sour chicken that I can have. All of that. That's the work you have to put in. Okay? In the morning, you want to make your breakfast, or you can have one of the little cereal bars, and that's your breakfast. Little cereal bar, maybe half a cup of milk, and that's your breakfast. That way you can have the better lunch, the better dinner. Now you're sitting at the 9-to-5 job, okay? You might get work, you might get some lunchtime off, and for a lot of people, that means going out of the office to get lunch. And you're gonna go to a restaurant, maybe, or at least a place where you can get something to carry out. And a lot of the times, you're not gonna find much, or you have to go. You can go to these healthy places. I would eat at Robex, and they have their smoothies and what have you, and their little meals that they have there, the little power cookies that they have. But that's still all the calories that you have to count up, and that's still you spending money. Those places, that also adds up. So you can save money by planning out what you're eating. You can do it, but that also means that you have to spend time to prepare the food for the next day. So that already eats into the time that you work. You already woke up. You wake up early. You have to shower and do all that stuff. You have to make your meal. If you're gonna have lunch, make the meal and have lunch. And to have your lunch, then you have to drive, whatever, to travel to work. And then you get to work, you do your work, then you have to drive and travel to the gym, and then you do that for an hour, and then you get home, and then you gotta start preparing for your dinner. So you plan that out, you cook and whatever, and then you gotta think about the next day. So maybe you prepare for tomorrow, and now your free time is eaten up. Your free time is eaten up. McDonald's or all these fast food places, they kind of make that free time easier for you. You go to McDonald's, you grab the Big Mac with the combo meal, they make it for you in like 3 or 4 minutes. You grab it and you go. You can eat it in the car, then you get back home, and now, hey, I got some free time on my hands. I'm gonna play a little, I'm gonna watch a little Netflix or something. For the rest of the day, you don't do anything, just sit there and that's it. I got some free time out of it. It's hard. It is hard to plan out your health. It is difficult to plan out your health. I commend anyone who is on this journey to try and do better with their health. I'm always fighting it, okay? I'm fighting it right now to try and lose weight. It's an everyday thing for me. I always think about how many calories I'm consuming. The willpower is the hard part. But once you get it going, it gets going. Once you get that... I remember when I did CrossFit, and I want to join CrossFit again. Because CrossFit, it's kind of cultish, but they get you into that mindset. It's almost every single CrossFit trainer that I remember, that I've known, and they're all, every one of them's a great person. They're all so motivating, and it's almost to the point like there's personal trainers out there in those gyms and stuff, and I find my CrossFit trainers to be like these guys that are just like so motivated, helping everybody, because they gotta plan it out and they gotta make sure everyone's pushing themselves and doing better. And and taking care of their body. The great ones, like this guy Chris, my first CrossFit trainer, he studied for it, and he knew about your body. He knew about your muscles, what you needed to do to, what you needed to eat, what you needed to do to recover, how much rest you needed, all of that. He would tell us all of that. He would do the right stretches, everything. And he would get you into that mindset. And it's like, yeah, and you would know all of the lifting moves, you would know the exact form, and by the end of it, all of a sudden, I'm lifting weight that I never thought I could ever lift in my life, and I'm doing it, and I'm having fun doing it, okay? I'm having fun. When I leave, I'm like, yeah, this is great, this is fantastic, I love this. Me and my sister did that, and we were in the best shapes we've ever been in. That's really hard to find, and that's what it takes to do this stuff. There's a friend I know from law school. She runs like at least 10 miles every day. She's in that mindset. That's an everyday thing that she has. She's run marathons, okay? That's an everyday thing that she does, okay? And she never used to do that a few years back. But then she started getting into it and getting into that mindset, okay? It's like a new TV show or whatever. People get into these worlds, into these things. So exercise and being health conscious is all about jumping into this world, okay? Being a part of this new thing, being obsessed about it. Because once you get to that point, it's easy. It's easy and it's fun and you're into it. The people who sign up in January, most of them don't make it to February, okay? But the people who get into February, they're the hope. They're the ones who are like, yeah, this is working. I'm getting into it. That's all being health conscious is about. That's all about. You see all these these books, these magazines. Everybody's trying to find a way. Like Tom Brady had a book about his regimen and stuff like that. It's all regimen. It's all getting it to be a habit and a routine. You just gotta find that way, and that's how you stay healthy. That's how you get away from being sick. Okay, go see your doctor. Go see your dentist. Okay, for mental health, go see your therapist. Okay, there's mental health too. Mental health is a big thing now. And that's a new avenue because people are now starting to become more aware of it. There was the Florida Bar. They have a newsletter that goes around. They just sent one that went out this month, or at least within the last month, about mental health for lawyers. Because a lot of lawyers, there's this mounting pressure. There's a pressure to maintain yourself, maintain your clients, maintain your lifestyle, maintain all that stuff. And the job can be stressful. Everyone has jobs that can put a lot of stress on you. And for a lot of people, some people don't know how to cope with that stress. Or they don't know, they find ways to cope with the stress in not so healthy manners. Some people eat a lot. Some people start getting into some more vices other than that. Gambling, drugs, alcohol. That is also a new thing where you kind of have to take your mental health into consideration. I think a lot of people don't have anyone to blow their steam up at. Because there's a lot of pent-up stuff that a lot of people keep inside of themselves because they don't want others to know about it. They don't want other people to feel, to show that they're weak. And for a lot of people, there's no one else they can talk to about it. And seeing a therapist, there's always that stigma that I'm not crazy. I'm not a wacko. I don't have to see a therapist. My life is, I'm doing pretty well in my life right now. But some people can be doing well in their life, but maybe they're just not as happy as they think they should be. So mental health is a new thing that I think everyone, even these apps are starting to realize is becoming a thing. Like, there's a Breathe app. It's on my watch, and it kind of every day it has this little tick, it vibrates, and it rumbles, and it says, "Hey, have you done your breathing today?" And I think the watch app has between 1 and 5 minutes that you can do the breathing, but it's all about wellness. It's all about you just sit someplace. Don't put on anything. Don't. Just close your eyes and just breathe. All right. Try not to think about anything if you can, but just at least focus on on your breathing. Let your mind just turn off for a second, for a few minutes, for a minute or two, and that helps. The past job I was at, they actually had a room sectioned off because the CEO actually believes in mindfulness, in your health and wellness of your mind. It was a room, no lights on, no fluorescent lighting on. It had little candles, fake candles, but little candles, some reading material, and a comfortable chair. Okay, in a comfortable chair with a little blanket, where if you wanted to, because we're just staring at our computer screens, just get up, get out, get away from there, just go in and sit down in the darkness and just take a break. Whoa. Thank you, Liam Neeson. I have Liam Neeson as my GPS. And you just take a break. Let your mind take a break. You know? And I recommend anybody to find someone out there that you can vent to. I think I've vented on YouTube, which may or may not be that great. Or maybe you can find a blog that you can vent at anonymously. You know, just add that to part of your regimen, your wellness to be healthier. This kind of sidetracked into talking about health, and I'm glad I talked about it. I'm just in the middle of this driving here, and I've got nothing else to talk about other than this. I was listening to stuff, but I just wanted to talk about something, and this is something. I'll probably put game footage behind this of something. I don't know what game. There's probably a game out there that I probably have to finish right now, so I'll put it right there. That I've started and haven't finished. So, I guess that's it. We're hitting 40 minutes now. Wow, I'm going to monetize the crap out of this. I'm FJOJR, everyone, the OG YouTuber. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, you can donate to my Patreon page. Alright, so on the top left corner, you're probably going to see a video there. And then on the top right corner, you're probably going to see another video right there. And then on bottom left, you'll probably see my logo. And then on bottom right, you'll see my other Patreon thing that you can add to. So that's it, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Take care. Be healthy.